continue our discourse showing how each character in the Ramayana is a part of the universe and how the sun and moon features both in the Ramayana and in us, and the importance of the Gayatri mantra. The nectar in the story of the Ramayana is the Sarayu River that moves silently by the city of Ayodhya, where Sri Ram was born and where he ruled. The Sarayu has its source in the Himalayan Manas Sarovar, and this Ramayana story is born in the Manas Sarovar, the lake of the mind. The stream of Ram carries the sweetness of Karuna, that is mercy, and the stream of Lakshman, his brother and devoted companion, has the sweetness of devotion, that is bhakti. As the Sarayu river joins the Ganga, that is the Ganges, so too the stream of tender compassion and devotion, the story of Ram and Lakshman, joined in the Ramayana. Karuna and Prem makes up between them the full picture of the glory of Ram and the Ramayana. Why the Manas Sarovar? Manas means the mind and Sarovar means the lake. It means the lake of the mind. Why the lake of the mind? Why not the ocean of the mind? While the ocean is restless and agitated, whereas a lake is restful and tranquil. Divinity flourishes in a cool, calm, and collected environment. As mentioned, Valmiki Ji was at this time reflecting on the Gayatri mantra and its meaning, and at the same time looking at the sun, that is Surya Bhagwan, that is Savitri or Gayatri, and suddenly a picture flashed in front of him like on a big screen. The Gayatri mantra is also of 4 lines and of 8 syllables, like the curse. Gayatri meaning that which protects and nourishes. Gayatri is like sunlight pervading the whole universe. The Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swa. Devotees, when you utter Om Bhur Bhuva Swa, every triad that you can think of in the universe is taken, is mentioned, mention is made of. You are seeking the power, the presence of the gross, subtle, and casual bodies, the physical, atmospheric, heavenly bodies, fire, wind, sun, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rig, Yajur, Samaved, past, present, future, Ida, Pingla, Shushma, Nadi. The list goes on, and that is when we start, we say Om Bhur Bhuva. What are we saying? What are we asking? We are asking God, the giver of life, the remover of pain and sorrow, the bestower of happiness. O Creator of the universe, may we receive the supreme sin destroying light. May Thy guide our intellect in the right direction. The prayer is directed to the sun, that is Surya Bhagwan. The repetition of the mantra with right understanding and its sacred meaning is believed to have the power to dispel all the negative tendencies in the human mind and thereby unfold the supreme self within us. It is a prayer to our intellect. Gayatri is both a prayer and a mantra. This is how important the Gayatri mantra is. The Gayatri mantra is an appeal to us for the divine sun within us to emerge out of the clouds of desires and shine forth its light. Now, Valmiki ji, whilst in thought, reflected on the Gayatri mantra and realized that its meaning is no different to the teaching of the Vedas. Vedas simply means knowledge. The Vedas primarily consist of the four Upanishads, four Brahmanas, four Upavedas, and six Vedangas and six Upangas. That is the total 24. And these are the 24 syllables of the Gayatri Mantra. Valmiki's intention was now turned towards Surya Bhagwan, that is the sun. It thus occurred to him that while the sun provided the warmth, the moon provided the coolness, and both these were inseparable in that both were the source of nourishment and survival for all of creation. Valmiki again reflected on what Naradji or Brahmaji had said. Write the story of Sri Ram, that is the Ramayana. His thought and concentration transfixed on the celestial objects. He stared at all the objects in the universe, that is the sun, moon, wind, waves, comets, clouds, meteorites, and saw the entire story of the Ramayana in there. A thrill of joy overcame him, and he thus decided to commence writing the Ramayana based on the Gayatri Mantra and the functioning of the celestial object. Not only this, his joy and ecstasy could not be controlled when he visualized that there is no difference in the functioning of the universe and the human body. The human body is only a microcosm of the universe, which is a macrocosm. So there should be a similarity amongst the three, that is, the mind, the human body, and the universe. Valmiki's Ramayana, therefore, is also based on the functioning of the laws of nature, that is, the sun, moon, etc. And this knowledge could only be obtained from the 24 branches of knowledge of the Vedas, Upangas, Vedangas, Upanishads, and Gayatri. Dear devotees, in the beginning, the mind needs a concrete form rather than an abstract thought for a steadfast concentration. Thus, ritualistic practices are devised for the removal of physical, mental, and psychic obstacles within us so that we can grow spiritually and obtain divine consciousness. Our saints and sages found that there is more to this material existence and were searching for some divine intervention. And they found that whilst the Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, as you'll see from the visual, known as the Triveni, nurtured and nourished the inhabitants of Bharat, that is India, that is Gayatri, that is the three deities, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. In the same way, the Ida, Pingla, and Shushna nadis or nerves in us nurture and nourishes human consciousness. So there must have been the divine hand in play in us also. How important is the Gayatri Mantra? And are we giving it the importance it deserves? Lord Krishna says, "You take my name and I will do everything for you." But what are we doing? We are doing everything but taking the name of Bhagwan. And when problems occur, we want to seek his help. I am saying this very loosely, devotees. We cannot say, Bhagwan, I have done so much prayer for years and you must help me. You will get what you deserve, not what you desire. You continue doing your prayers, and God will help in mysterious ways without you realizing it. This is what happened to Valmiki ji. He prayed to Ma Gayatri Mata in all sincerity to help him with such a momentous task, that is to write the Ramayana. Thus, the power of Ma Gayatri or the Gayatri Mantra permeated the whole of the Ramayana, if you see in the visual. And it started with the first syllable, that is that, and after every 1000 verse, the next syllable started the verse. Thus, the 24 syllables of the Gayatri Mantra permeated the whole of the Ramayana, displaying its power. And thus, Valmiki was able to write the Ramayana. The Thus, the power and essence of the Ramayana is the Gayatri Mantra. Now, we cannot overemphasize the power of the Gayatri Mantra also. And if we offer prayer to Ma Gayatri, as Valmiki did, help is assured. Now, when Meghnad realized Hanuman's power, what did he do? He resorted to use the Brahma Astra. But Hanumanji showed much respect to it, for he knew its power as he had also acquired it. When the time came for Ravan's death, when Ravan's death approached, Sri Ram used the Brahma Astra. Why was the Brahma Astra so powerful? We know an Astra is a weapon that is used in warfare and is charged with a mantra. Ram has his bow and arrow as his weapon. Lord Shiva has his Trishul. What weapon does Brahma have? We haven't heard of him carrying a weapon. Lord Brahma's Astra weapon was the Gayatri Mantra, the power of knowledge, that is Brahma Gyan or Brahma Astra, that killed Ravan. Ravan was very learned. In addition to knowing the 6 Shastras and 4 Vedas, that is his 10 heads, he also knew the power of the Gayatri Mantra and had knowledge of it. Despite having the knowledge of the Gayatri Mantra, Ravan used his knowledge for wrongful purposes. And when one is endowed with the knowledge of the powerful mantra, use it for wrongful purposes, you will have to pay a high price, even death, like Ravan. We know Gandhiji's weapon was his power of speech that made him a mantra. As mentioned, Valmiki's Ramayana starts with the first syllable of Gayatri, and the 24 syllables or akshars intersperse the 24,000 shlokas every 1000 verses. This signifies the benevolence and grace of Ma Gayatri is structured in the Ramayana. The Ramayana is a story of the greatest hero, that is the star of our planetary system, the sun, Lord Surya. The beauty of the sun is equally enhanced by the lunar planet, that is the moon, providing tenderness and beauty to the entire cosmos, reflecting the glory of the solar light, that is the sun, and stirring up the waves and winds on earth. The brilliance of the solar system and its laws of functioning form the characters of this epic and the theme of the 7 chapters. The chapters arise from the phases of the moon, which determine the weekly calendar. We have the first quarter, new moon, second quarter, and full moon. each being a period of 7 days. So the 7-day week and the 24-hour time scale is a structure used in the Ramayana. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your time with me today. Make sure to like and share this video with everyone. Stay connected, stay inspired. May Sri Ram be with you always. See you in the next video. Jai Sri Ram.